So far, I have spoken about what was the approach of the central government and of the Congress party. But you have to ask yourself, would it have been possible if there was no connivance at the state level? Now, since 1974, we have heard protestations from the state government, then state government, from the DMK. As I pointed out, I get so many letters even now from the Chief Minister of the DMK. So I want to now turn the focus to the second document of the RTA. This is a document which is a record of a meeting on 19 June 1974, which is held in Fort St. George, the Secretariat, Tamil Nadu Secretariat conference room, where the Foreign Secretary, accompanied by the Director of the Historical Division, he calls on the then Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu, Karnanidhi, and present there are the Tamil Nadu Chief Secretary, gentleman called P. Sabanayakam, and the Home Secretary, a gentleman called S.P. Andrews. Now I want to share with you the relevant part of this, because this will now answer the question, not just the question who did it, but the question who hid it also. After the exchange of courtesies, Foreign Secretary, recalling the talks he had in New Delhi with the Chief Minister in 13th October 1973. So please note, we are talking 19 June 74. So talks have been going on between the Foreign Ministry, Union Government and the Chief Minister from 1973. So recalling 13th October 1973 and with the Chief Minister, Secretary and other officials of Tamil Nadu in Madras on 14th October 1973, before the Indo-Sri Lanka official level talks in Colombo on 15-16 October 1973. So the key point is, 1 year before the Kachatibu agreement, already then Union government and then state government led by DMK were already, the Chief Minister up to the level of Chief Minister were already discussing this agreement, and they are discussing this agreement before they actually go into talks with Sri Lanka. Now then it says, Foreign Secretary said, the purpose was to keep the Tamil Nadu government fully informed. Please note the words, fully informed of the developments in the talks with Sri Lanka and get the benefit of the views and negotiations of the Tamil Nadu, views and suggestions of the Tamil Nadu authorities. So this is actually the truth. The truth is, for a party which has been saying, how was Kachatibu given away? How was state government not consulted? How could the union government have done this? The fact is that actually there were consultations going on. They were kept fully informed. And please, when you hear the rest of it, you will see that it is much more than this. So I am now reading another part of the document. Foreign Secretary then said that he had the authority of the Prime Minister and the Foreign Minister to put forward to the Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu for his consideration a compromise proposal which would divide the historic waters in the Park Bay. So here it is. It is not even that they are being informed after the event. They are actually being consulted 1 year ahead. The key proposal is now actually being put forward to the Chief Minister. And the Foreign Secretary then proceeds, the next paragraph will show, he proceeds to explain this in great depth. Now at the end of the conversation, again I am quoting from the document, on the substance of the proposal, the Chief Minister indicated that he was inclined to accept the suggested solution. Then it goes on. The Chief Minister having once again signified his general acceptance of the suggested solution, said that for obvious political reasons, he could not be expected to take a public stand in favor of it. The Chief Minister, however, assured Foreign Secretary that he will help keep the reaction at a low key and will not allow it to be played up. The Foreign Secretary appreciated this gesture and stressed that nothing should be done to embarrass the central government or turn this affair into an issue between the center and the state. So, the fact is, we know today actually not just who did it, but also who hid it, who were all the parties who were responsible for the 1974 Kachativu Agreement. Also, how the fishing rights were terminated in 1976. So, if we have today a situation, as I shared with all of you, that in the last 20 years, if 6,184 fishermen were detained, if 1,175 boats were detained, you all know who is responsible. So, for today, it is important for the public to know. It is important for the people to judge. This issue has actually been hidden too long from the gaze of the public. So, we believe today that, at a time when there are big debates and decisions going on in this country, that the full truth on Kachativu and on Tamil fishermen's activities and right of living should be placed before the public. That was the purpose for this press conference. I thank you for your attention and listening to me.
Sir, you've raised this issue and you've said that you wanted to initially know who did it and why they did it, and now you say that you know why it was done. But why is this issue being raised right now? Is this because the BJP feels nervous in Tamil Nadu? That's the question that DMK and the Congress are asking.
No, I don't think it is a question of feeling nervous. On the contrary, I think anybody who has seen the Prime Minister's road shows will see the upsurge and the enthusiasm in Tamil Nadu. It is being raised because it has been very much a public issue. I mean, as I said, look, 5 years. I myself have written 21 times to the Chief Minister Stalin of Tamil Nadu. Every meeting, please look at the parliament records. Anything, there was a discussion even on anti-piracy legislation. The DMK members stood up immediately and said, Kachativu, Tamil Nadu fishermen. We support it. But they should take responsibility for the actions of, their leader and their party and the state government which they led. And so should the Congress. I mean, if their policies, their conscious decisions and things which they had as a deal between them, if this deal led to this situation, they should own up to it. And why am I bringing it up? I am bringing it up today because fishermen are still being detained, boats are still being apprehended, issue is still being raised in Parliament. But it's being raised in Parliament by two parties who actually did it and say, oh, I have nothing to do with this. So I think the truth must come out.
Sir, as you said that the last 20 years, many fishermen are
Sir, my question is different from this topic.
No, sorry, your question is on this topic?
Yes.
Let me take the question on the topic.
As you said, the last 20 years, many fishermen are arrested and boats are seized. But when the arrest was happened, neither you nor the Prime Minister not even condemned the incident.
No. Sure. Whenever there was an arrest, how do you think the people got released? They got released due to our efforts. I have myself, Prime Minister has taken it up with the President of Sri Lanka, with the Prime Minister of Sri Lanka. I have taken it up with my counterparts. Our embassy is working on it. So, it's very good to give statements from Chennai. The people who do the work are us. And we are doing the work because of a situation which people in Chennai and then people in Delhi put us into. So this is not a question of condemning it. We are the people who get the fishermen released. We are the people who got the boats back.
So
So let's get the record straight. So please.
Yeah, so my question is different from this topic. So it's about the interview of US ambassador to India. He said,
Sir.
he said
No,
about
wait.
Sir, my question is.
Let's take questions on this topic.
Yeah, my question.
So the Congress party has also said the 1974 agreement led to dignified rehabilitation of 16,000 Sri Lankan Tamils. Is there any truth to that statement?
I think if you look at the 1974 agreement, that agreement there's nothing in that agreement which shows that there is any other benefit other than what is there in the agreement. See, what is very troubling? What is troubling is, okay, there was a 1974 agreement. You know the controversy about that. You all know that this matter has gone to Supreme Court. It is sub judice out there. Then, after giving assurance in 1974 that nothing has actually changed, in less than 2 years, actually the fishing rights changed. Okay. Then, okay, now two things have happened. After that, to pretend that I have nothing to do with this, that somehow the government of the day has to deal with it. I mean, this gentleman is asking me why Prime Minister and you have not condemned it. Look at the people who created the problem in the first place. They are washing their hands of it as though they have nothing to do with it. We are the people who today are facing the consequences and trying to help the fishermen of Tamil Nadu.
Sir, the economic impact, almost 50 years, 48 years to be precise, since actually this happened, this deal was signed. What has been the economic impact? And you have already talked about the boats and the people there who have been arrested and then taken out of the prison from that issue.
What has happened is these agreements have been done. Okay. The result of these agreements today is a situation which is a source of great concern. Okay. Now, what is important for people to know is how did this situation come about? Who is responsible for it? So that we can now find solutions. We have to find a solution. We have to find a solution to the livelihood pressures on Tamil Nadu fishermen. We have to find it. Obviously, it has to be something that we'll have to sit down and work out with the Sri Lankan government as well. And in fact, we have made great efforts. On the contrary, this government has tried to support them through various schemes by giving them, support for longliners which will take them further away into the sea, by trying to support the fishing industry out there, by trying, wherever there is an apprehension, by working out procedures and getting them back. So we have given, 100% support and more for the fishermen. But somewhere we have to be honest about how this situation came about. And I think particularly because people are politically posturing, the same people who connived at all this are today standing up and trying to pretend to be champions of this fishermen.
सर, ये मामला इतना उठाया जा रहा है पहले की सरकारों ने ठीक है गलतियां की है, तो क्या अब उस आइलैंड को फिर से वापस लिया जा सकता है और चुनाव के बाद क्या सरकार जो है वो उसको वापस लेने की कोशिश करेगी, स्टेप्स उठाएगी, बातचीत करेगी सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट से?
The issue, you again know, there are 2 writ petitions pending before the Honorable Supreme Court. So when a matter is sub judice, nobody speculates on this matter. Today, the issue is how did we arrive at this point? Who has the responsibility? And who is hiding what? People should know. So what will happen in the future? I think, as I said, matter is sub judice.
Sir, today Prime Minister Narendra Modi has tweeted and he's also attacked DMK on this issue. he has stated that DMK and Congress are on the same page when it comes to the giving away of Kachativu Island and how they only work for their family. And he has quoted reports that how then Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu and Karnataka was taken into confidence by Indira Gandhi to give away this particular island.
In fact, the Prime Minister is referring to exactly the matter which I have spoken about in great detail. The question of, the meeting which took place in June, the continuous contacts and the full information which was given to Tamil Nadu government from 1973 onwards. The fact that they were consulted before the official talks took place with Sri Lanka. The fact that the Chief Minister was asked whether what was called the compromise solution was placed before him. The fact is he gave his assent to it. So all this is today a matter of public knowledge. So the reality stands, in the glare of sunlight, that the right to information has shown to the people of Tamil Nadu that actually the DMK very much connived with the Congress party in 1974 and thereafter in creating the situation which has happened.
Sir, as you said,